Today's video is all about our first big cook on the Outlaw Hoss trailer that we've added to the BBQ Lab arsenal. I'm going to show you around the Hoss, tell you why we bought it, and show you how we're cooking 40 racks of ribs for a bunch of hungry teenagers in this video. I'm David Gafford, and here at the BBQ Lab, we test over 100 different pieces of outdoor cooking gear every year. This video is not a full review, but it's our first time out with the Outlaw Hoss trailer, and we wanted to invite you along for the ride. Some of you I know are immediately thinking, why in the world would anyone need a smoker that big? And it would be a valid question. Melissa and I volunteer at our local church feeding the teens once a month, and we've been doing it for over 2 years. That's 24 volunteer catering gigs, feeding anywhere between 150 and 350 people each time. Until this point, that's meant borrowing a trailer to transport 2 or 3 grills or griddles or other cooking appliances at a time to the church. We have largely residential appliances though, and they're just not meant for life on the road. The wear and tear has been tremendous, and a few grills and griddles have fallen apart on us. It's a huge waste of time moving equipment around, and after the event, hot grills aren't easy to strap down to a borrowed trailer. The larger we grow here at the BBQ Lab, the more we're being asked to do catering outside of church, and we knew it was time for a more professional commercial setup. So, why Outlaw Smokers? Like so many of you, I've spent the last 15 years watching Malcolm over at How to Barbecue Right. I loved his videos on the outlaw pits, and through him, I learned that they were made here in Indiana. Turns out that I also am made in Indiana and based in Indiana, so there is admittedly some Hoosier pride at play. Once I was ready for a trailer, I just knew it had to be an Outlaw, and I knew that it had to be the biggest thing they made to feed crowds of people. I've learned that there are currently only 3 of these pits in the world at the time of this video. When I learned that one was up for sale this winter, we brought it home, and now it's time to put it to work. The menu for this month's cook is party ribs, homemade loaded baked potato salad, and sliced watermelon. I have an incredible group of volunteers who help Melissa and I pull this event off every month, and some from that group kicked things off the night before. About 10 guys showed up to prep the ribs and the potatoes, making light work for everyone. Pulling membranes and cutting the ribs into party ribs was the job, and we were finished in a little over an hour. In just a second, I'm going to show you the entire cook from start to finish, but before we do, I want to pass a question off to you. If you had the Outlaw Hoss for a day, what are you going to tackle? Let me know down in the comments below, and you never know what might show up in a future video here on the channel, cooked on the Hoss. The next day, we rolled into our home away from home, the storage unit. We have multiple units here where we keep all of the grills and gear that we use at the BBQ Lab, and the latest unit houses our trailers. I love being able to hitch straight up to the pit with the battery-powered jack and head on our way. Once we were unloaded and set up, here's how the cook went. I filled up the charcoal basket with lumped charcoal, hit it with the grill gun to get things going, and let the pit settle in at 275 degrees. We're using a 5-pound bulk bag of our Pork Protocol barbecue rub that you can find at shop.thebarbecuelab.com to season these ribs. And my favorite way is to throw them in a big bowl, sprinkle in some rub, and give them a toss like we're saucing chicken wings. Josh and Luke helped us get all 520 rib bones on the Hoss. And if you haven't cooked that many party ribs before, it took a while. We added char logs and hickory splits about every 45 minutes to keep that fire going, and here's how things looked at the 90-minute mark. We flipped each rib over, and reaching to the back of a 34-inch deep cooking chamber isn't easy. I love that the whole hog side of the Hoss has a slide-out tray that rotates 360 degrees, making it simple to get to the ribs in the back. The same can't be said for the firebox side of the pit, so tongs to the rescue as we potentially burned off some of our arm hair, putting ourselves right in the line of fire coming from the heat off of the firebox. By the way, if you're getting value out of this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you want more videos just like this. After a total of 3 hours, here's how the ribs looked before we put them in the wrap. I love the color that we're getting with just our Pork Protocol barbecue rub and smoke. We pulled the ribs off, put them in full aluminum pans, and filled 9 whole trays to take inside. Each load of ribs gets dark brown sugar, pats of butter, more Pork Protocol barbecue rub, and some barbecue sauce before adding a lid of foil and a trip back to the Hoss. After all of the pans were on, another 90 minutes, and here's what our final ribs looked like for dinner. While we were finishing the ribs, half of our team was inside making potato salad magic. Bacon, sour cream, green onions, and more means this is the perfect side to go with sweet and sticky ribs. Since it's summer in the Midwest, you know we had to break out some watermelon slices to round things out. A few desserts left over from a recent catering gig, and we had a meal that I think any youth group could be proud of. Before I show you the end result, I want to make sure that if you're watching this video, that you know about our discounts and deals page on our website. We've negotiated discount codes and deals for your next outdoor cooking purchase, so remember to start here before you head to the store and pay retail. There's a link down in the description for you. All right, back to the magic. All of the food is ready, and Lisa and her team of serving volunteers take it from here while we watch hundreds of teens descend upon our day's work. I know for me, the reward isn't eating the food after a day of cooking. It's getting a chance to sit back, reflect on a day spent tending fire with friends, and watching hundreds of people enjoy what we put together. For the Outlaw, this is the first of many trips out to feed the masses, and we're excited about what's to come. Some incredible things in the work here in Central Indiana, and I can't wait to share them with you in the coming weeks. We have so much left to cover on the Outlaw Hoss trailer, so let me know your questions down in the description below, and we'll see if we can work them into an upcoming video here on the channel. I'm David from the BBQ Lab. Behind the camera is Melissa, and we can't wait to see you on the next one.